Alright, greetings and salutations everybody. Welcome to yet another game that I intend to stream. Hopefully, sometime within the next week, I'm hoping to have a schedule up so you guys can know if there are certain games that you want to catch that I will plan on playing. I'm not saying that I will not play the games outside of that time. If I do have the availability and to do so, I probably will. But I do have them set to have videos on demand, and there you can also see them and catch them on my YouTube channel as well. Rollinwolf Presents. Once they get uploaded, we're going to start Bellwright here. It's another kind of kingdom builder type game where we start out. I hope everybody's having a great day, and let's get this set up. I am going to set it to co-op. It's going to be private for now, but in the future, you know, we may have people that come in and join us, possibly Cole. I know that he has got this game as well, but maybe not, we'll see. But we're going to go ahead and set up a co-op game, host new game. Alright, so we need a name for our fella. Now I know storyline because I like to do a little test run, so I've got a bit of the basics down for you guys, so you don't see me stumble as much with just the intro to the controls and things like that. So let's name our gentleman here. Let's name him Gunther of Bramblewood. He's been on the run. You'll find out why here in a moment. Alright, let's start this co-op game. Oh wait, do we want to change? Let's see what we've got here. We've got this face right here. A little bit more of a chubbiness in those cheeks. What about this fella? Kind of like this guy. He's got a little bit of a smile there. Let's check the hair. So we've got a few options here. As this is the shaggiest option, we'll go with that. Let's see, we got the kind of 70-ish mustache going. Beard, clean shaven, short kind of trim, and then the smaller mustache. Let's go beard. Let's go beard with this guy. Alright, customize game. I think we're gonna leave it. Let's see what we've got here. Raid frequency, we're going to leave the raid frequency alone. Bandits, we're going to leave that alone. We are going to turn down the food spoilage to about 50%. I do want to focus and have a casual kind of building experience. Not so much invested in the hardcore survival modes. We want some there, but we don't want that to be our day-to-day struggle in the game. Is making sure that everybody is fed and we've run out of food because everything's spoiling too quick. I think we'll see how it goes. If it's too easy, we'll bump it back up. Okay, equipment breaking speed. We're going to leave that at 100% for now and see how that goes. Skill learning speed, we're going to leave that at 100. Damage 100. Range damage 100. Weapon skill requirements, we're going to leave that on, as well as armor. Simultaneous attacks is turned off by default. We're going to leave that alone as well. So we're going to get this one started. Alright, here we go.
Isn't it one small decision can have consequences that ripple through history? Or are we victims of a predetermined path? Was it chosen for you the day you visited your favorite woods on your 10th birthday? Was it destiny that the royal family were hunting there at the same time? From a tree on high, you watched as Prince Voldar and Princess Osen laughed, talked, and tracked wild animals without a care in the world. And you watched in helpless horror as a stray arrow bolted through the trees, hitting the prince in the chest like a lightning strike. Just like that, the prince was dead. And when the princess found you standing over her brother's dead body, it felt as though the gods were playing a cruel trick on you. In the panic and confusion, you ran from the scene as fast as your legs would carry you. Fueled by rage and grief, the king demanded the head of any child fit your description.
It's a pretty brutal king.
Fearing for your life, your father asked a friend to bring you far away. Away from the king's wrath. In the middle of the night, you were taken from your home and brought away on horseback. In tears, you called out to your mother, but it was too late.
Mom!
Your old life was over. For years, you hid from the royal family, your resentment growing. You heard stories of your homeland, the rise and fall of a rebellion, the death of the king, and the reign of the evil Queen Osen. But on the eve of your 20th birthday, your guardian, the man who smuggled you out of Carvinia and kept you safe all these years, was brutally killed by a mysterious assassin. As he died in your arms, his hand clutched a coin with a strange sigil emblazoned upon it. A clue.
A clue.
You have returned to your homeland for answers. Through choice or through fate, vengeance would be yours. But how will you fare in a land you no longer recognize?
So there you have our introduction to our tale. What's going on? Does not sound good at all. And this kingdom, whoa, what a rough place. Can you imagine? For one, no evidence at all that this child is the one that killed the prince. Two, not just go get the kid, but just kill anybody that resembles this child in the kingdom. Like, oof. And now the princess has become the evil Queen Asane. Story of the Lowlands. The Lowlands are the poorest of the 5 regions and one of the oldest. Its occupants relying mainly on agriculture for their livelihood due to the scourge. The people are barely producing enough to sell, let alone to keep for themselves. The current controlling Lord Ashbourne is cruel and likes to raise the already high taxes above what the Queen orders to give himself a generous cut. It was once a beautiful, flourishing place. Now, years of hardship are starting to show throughout the villages, some more than others. Alright, so this is where we're coming in at. Got an old tower up here. The game is really pretty. Gonna run over here. And chapter 1, Herondine. We're gonna examine this. And we're just gonna go ahead and open up the whole text here. Alright, Herondine is believed to be the oldest settled village in the lowlands, but conflict was sown into its very foundation. Within years of its establishment, the settlers of Herondine became divided on the growth of their village. Some wanted to expand north, while others wanted to stay closer to the valley. My grandmother told me stories about the early settlers, recalls Rosetta Omari, a 101-year-old woman who spent her entire life in Herondine. Oh, okay, so. The folks here barely had enough building to shelter everyone, and yet they still bickered day and night about the future of the village. They decided to appoint a first elder for leadership, but those who wanted to push north sabotaged the election, and a chicken ended up as elder. Not a figure of speech, a literal chicken. The chicken was said to be an uninspiring, indecisive leader, and a human took over the elder post a month later. Well, that's a bit of a ignoble bit of history to the eldest village in the lowlands. Herondine's first elder was a chicken. Alright, it's bound to ruffle some feathers, huh? Ooh. Okay, nothing over here, I don't think. Alright, we'll move over this way. We've got searching for answers. Talk to Dobrin Yorklin, the elder. Nothing to check in the barrel. Got a few things in here in the tower. Last words of Bellwright. Examine a torn piece of paper. And we've got a chest. Ladder doesn't seem to go up. Let's open the chest. We got 30 coins, an onion, and a turnip. And I think those are notes. Let's see. New history. The Carvenian Uprising. 10 years ago, tragedy struck the kingdom of Carvenia when Prince Valder was killed by a stray arrow while hunting with his sister, Princess Ozane, who pointed the blame at a young child that was in the area at the time. Wonder who that could be? Fueled by his fury and grief, King Rowan ordered the execution of every child who matched the description of the one who killed his only son. Very sorry to all of you. In retaliation, a counter-movement was formed to protect the children of Carvenia. Good on those parents and concerned citizens. To ensure a safe future for the youth of their country, the rebels planned to march on the Gauntlet, Carvenia's capital, to take the king's head. However, tempted by promises of gold by the king, an unknown member of the rebellion helped set an ambush that seemingly wiped out all the rebellion leaders. It always comes down to greed, doesn't it? After the betrayal, the rebellion fell apart, and a brutal time followed as the king died and was succeeded by Queen Ozane in the years following. The final death toll of the rebellion is believed to be in the hundreds. Okay. Alright, so let's see what else we've got here. Folklore, nothing. Notes, nothing. Lore, world. Then general, underneath food, we've got onions. Okay, this gives us, so eat an onion, it will regenerate 13 health. Over 0.1 second. Stamina regeneration of plus 40. Over plus 3 a second. Oh, that's plus point. So 10% a second of, okay. Pungent and flavorful bulbs, prized by their ability to add depth and aroma to dishes, can be grown on the farm. We like onions. Onions are good. Turnips, health, 12. 10% per second. Stamina, 35, so a little bit less stamina, a little bit health overall. Crunchy root vegetable can be grown on a farm. If I'm being honest, I haven't really had much turnips. I should probably try that. Have some turnips. Roast them, put them in a stew, something. We'll have to give that a go. Alright, now let's find this lore here. Torn piece of paper. We're fighting to save these innocents, but it's getting harder by the day. Who could have known that the butcher with that grim name is someone who's got a soft spot for kids. Together, we're a makeshift family in this mess, but there's a talk of a rat among us. Someone leaking our next moves, maybe even leading the king's dogs to our door. Can't trust anyone these days. And then there's my own kid, always looking at me like they know something's up. Makes my skin crawl. I'm in this to protect them, but how do you shield your own from a storm like this? Every move we make feels like a gamble, but we're in too deep now to turn back. Really, what would you do? The king's killing all kids, I guess I was probably around 10 years ago, right before my 20th birthday. Not good. The Butcher. Sounds like my kind of guy. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Where did picked it up, but I don't see a new note. Let's check out that inventory. Inventory attributes. What? Maybe that was the uprising of Caribbean. No, it said something about the last Bellwright, right? That's really what it said. Nothing there in my journal. I guess that's our elder, and there's the village of Herondine. All of those are bandit camps. There's Padstow, Bradford, Blackenridge Pool, Harnforth, Krasmere, and Horndine, which I suppose this is the region that makes up the lowlands. Perhaps it's the whole kingdom. I don't know. I'm guessing it's the lowlands. Right now we've got a 0 brigands hostility. I'm sure that is bound to change. Okay, notes. Last words. Here we go. I don't know why they're wanting a green dot. Okay, last words of Bellwright. I am the caretaker of this bell tower, entrusted with its maintenance and protection. My duty has been to ensure that the bell atop this tower, serves its purpose, to warn the people of northern descent and neighboring villages of impending danger. For years, I have stood watch over this land and the heights of this tower. It has been my responsibility to keep this bell in working order, ready to ring out its warning at the first sign of trouble. But now, as I pen these words, the tower lies in ruins around me, a testament up to the passage of time and the neglect of our once vigilant community. I write this note in the hopes that someone will stumble upon it. I'm stumbling, and learn from our mistakes. Our failure to maintain this bell tower has left us vulnerable to the dangers that now threaten to engulf us. I can only pray that whoever finds this note will take up the mantle of responsibility and restore this tower to its former glory. May the bell tower once again serve as a beacon of warning, guiding the people of the lowlands through the storms that lie ahead. All right, caretaker of the bell tower. I don't know if it will allow me, or if I can, but I hear you. Maybe one day I will be able to take in and get this bell tower repaired. And it can ring for justice for the lowlands against the wicked and evil Queen Azane, who has wrongly made me out to be the villain and is responsible for just a genocide of children. Well, really, that's on her father, the king. But, she did health and injuries. Sleeping restores your hit points fully. When you or your companions lose a battle, they respawn but become injured for a certain amount of time. When they lose again before healing, they die forever. Injuries apply various negative effects. So we don't want that to happen. We want to try and avoid that. But it could happen. We'll do our best. We're going to go ahead and pick up a little bit of supplies that we're going to need for, I'm sure, our first little building stuff. As we get closer to the village proper, the territory around the villages seems to be the village has the rights to harvest those materials, which I think is pretty cool. You know, they got their little areas staked out. Hopefully, whenever I get to make my little area, eventually, maybe whenever I build up the right things, I too and my little community will have its region that others can't touch. I don't know if they do just wander around and collect things outside of their area. Probably not, but you never know. I try and avoid spoilers and too much detail on these kinds of games. I like to learn the story as I play. Kind of get that fresh experience. Although with these games also, as we go through, there will be times I might struggle with something, not know how to do a certain thing. I'm not opposed to people that are being friendly, offering tips on finding certain things, or knowing you might need to build this before you can build that. But at the same time, kind of like to go at my own pace and do my thing. But happy to discuss my choices with anybody in chat. Oh, see, here we've reached the edge of the village territory. We have gone beyond. Now, let's see, I'm sure we picked up a few things here. Crude stone. Well, I'm going to leave it here, and you guys can pause and read if you would like to. They're just basic descriptions. Eventually, I'm sure we'll have areas where we can find certain things. Here's knowledge over seeds. They serve as the foundational element for cultivating a variety of plants within the game. Obviously, this is how you set up farming. Then you've got tin ore, which is, I'm sure, one of the base elements when you start getting to do some foraging. Then, obviously, wood. Berries is a food. It's overall regeneration of 8 and 20 stamina. Obviously, because, you know, you just go along and pick these up and munch on them. It doesn't seem to have much of a deterioration of just like you need to eat to just keep working. I do think eventually, probably there's some meters up here that look like maybe they will go down. Right now I've got a berry that I have slowly decreasing, although I don't need any hit points or stamina right now. You've got 3 food slots. Cannot have the same item of food in multiple slots at the same time. Balanced diet is required. And it looks like different foods will do different things for you. I'm sure as you get more recipes and can cook better quality stuff for your people, that those buffs will last longer. Here we've got our Elder Dobron. Let's see what he's got to say.
I need to talk, traveler. You're a new face around here, and new faces showing up rarely ends well for this village.
Fair enough.
I have a duty to my village first and foremost. I need to know who you are and why you came here.
Alright. I mean you no harm. I came to the lowlands looking for some answers. Or, excuse me, have I done something to offend you? Let's go with the first one.
Looking for answers, huh? In a perfect world, I could give you all the information you need and you could be on your way. But speaking openly can be a death sentence these days. As long as you're asking questions, you're putting us in danger.
I guess I can respect that and understanding in the kingdom that we are in right now. Didn't expect it to be this frosty though. Could just straight up ask him if I could stay in the village at least. Doubt he will say yes. Let's go with the second answer here. I must admit, I didn't expect such a frosty reception. What am I supposed to do now?
That is not my problem or Hayandine's problem. Go build yourself a shelter somewhere if you insist on staying in the lowlands. Come back when you're set up and maybe you can earn your keep.
He said, shove off. To be abrupt with him and be like, so be it, but I do want to build a relationship with this village, so I'll do just that, and I plan to earn your trust one way or another. I'm sure he will have no shortage of things for me to do to earn status with the village. Okay, building and construction. We need to build our first shelter, a shack. To do so, press B for the building to open your construction menu. Then select a shack and place it on the ground. Each construction requires resources to build it. Building shack shouldn't be a problem for you, but later on, hired villagers will help you out with more complex constructions. You cannot place buildings too close to existing villages. Finding a good spot is close to all sorts of resources is your first big decision that will affect your logistics and strategy. Okay. So I do like the way the building works in this game. We've got villagers over here. Don't want to build back up in this area because of having the village basically in between us and a lot of the rest of the map. So we're going to go down here and we may look over. I know the road comes down here and it kind of splits. There's a nice field here that I know is a common spot for people to do their first village. I may go over in this area as well and see if maybe building over here might be better and cause less bandit attacks. With the road split, even you've got bandits coming up and down these roads. Haven't built up much of a village, but I have gotten to the point where I've gotten a couple of villagers in the village, so I know the basic starting off stuff. But let us try and build over here and see how that would go. The time that I did do my test run, I did build right here, and it seemed like bandits walking down these two roads like to clip our camp and come and start attack it. So I'm thinking if maybe I build up further off in this area. Now there are wolves and things up here, but I think that would be less dangerous than being right next to the road where the bandits just are constantly coming at us. So that's the plan. All right, let's continue on here. Got our codex, our journal. We gotta build our shack and wait until tomorrow to check in with Dabron. Okay, let's get going. We're burning daylight.
Work business, there's no time to lose.
Alright, and then let's see. There we go. That does get our stamina going down. So when our berry does run out, we will munch another one. We'll run down here and I'll show you the initial site that I was at. And we've run out of berry, so got a couple in my inventory. So we're just gonna consume one. And then back to jogging. So come down the Herondine Road, and this seems to be kind of like one of the more prominent for thoroughfares in the area, and I initially came and set up over here in this little field. Seemed like a pretty good spot, which it wasn't bad, but I'm afraid if I go too far that way, I'll be even closer to the bandit camp over there. And evidently there's more bandit camps down that way that draws the attention, and they come walking down the road, and there was just seemed to come at us quite often. So what I'm thinking is I run back up over this way onto this kind of hillside over here, and I need to see what that is. That's Herondine. So let's see, how far do we need to go this way to get out of their territory? Okay, so the base of this hill, we're good. Still pretty close to the road, so let's kind of head back this way. I know up that ridge line, I do believe, is where we're going to have our rabbits. But this is a good amount of wood, or not rabbits. I saw the rabbit, said rabbit, I meant wolves. Wolves are back up over that hill, I do believe. There's a lot of game up there and wood to chop down. I think starting initially back here, we're far enough away from the road that they won't just come at us until we're established enough that we're closer to that road. And by then we should have enough villagers that are able to protect themselves and protect the villagers that we have that are not so great at it, that we're secure. I'm hoping. That's my hope here. So 10 wood and 6 flax, and we'll replace our personal shack. And I think we want our personal shack right. Let's see, we got trees there. Herondine that way. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know exactly where he's at, but I think our guy that our elder is going to want us to go and talk into working with us. I think he's up on the upside of this hill. So, I like this spot. We're going to go with this. Now, the fun thing about this construction, you can, one, just, if you've got the materials, have the part here, or for multiple people working on something, or if you just want to unload your materials over here first, you can see what you need. And I believe if I hit B, no, okay. If I'm not mistaken, there's a way for me to pin this building. Let's see, that's a build part. Well, we'll figure it out. I may be thinking of another game as well, but I think there's a way that you can tag it so you'll see what you need left to finish the construction of the building in question, or construction project in question, I guess, because this goes for anything that you're gonna build in the world, I do believe. Okay, so we've gone around, got all of that up. Now we need 3 wood, and I don't think we need any more flax, so let's wander over here. Yep, here's sticks on the ground. Very nice. That tree. And for now, I may, since it seems like this is one of those trees that likes to drop sticks underneath it, I may hold off on trying to cut this one for now. That way I've got something that's bringing me sticks very close to home. We're just gonna tag that. Oh, there. And then we've got there, there, and there. Okay, now as you see, we've completed that part. Now it's given us a whole new set of dots. We look over here. We still need to add 5 more wood so we can drop off what we've got, and we can go fill it up, or we can place the materials that we do have already on site, knock out what we've got. I think this is really cool for whenever we do have multiple people working on the project, because you could have one person that focuses on coming over and doing the building, and other folks supporting dropping materials right directly over there. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to lurk. Happy to have you. I'll try and keep an eye on the chat. If you do want to say anything, still getting used to it, being a new streamer. It's over at the far edge of my vision, and I try and make sure that I look over every once in a while. I will keep an eye on it though, but enjoy lurking. Hope you're enjoying the video. Or the stream, I guess. Terminology, I don't know how picky people are. Haha, yeah, I'm sure it does. And I expect that as I get used to it, get used to the software, get more experience under my belt, it will get better, and the quality, my conversational and narrative skills, hopefully, and just being entertaining as we go along and play some games and do some other things. Let's see, now I've been yakking and I've lost where my construction site is. I believe we're on the other side of these trees. Yeah, okay, here we go. Alright, so we're almost done. We've got one more dot. There we go. Alright, so now our personal shack is built just about. We got a nice good moon here. I thought it was around twilight, but nice full moon has helped us out. So we've got our own private chest in here. Let's see, we're definitely going to put our seeds in here for now. Our onion and our turnip, we're going to keep those on us for the moment. We've got some crude stone. 10, I think we're not going to use quite as immediately, so we'll put that in there for now. Then we've got a sleeping spot where we can sleep till morning. Personal shack, we'll read the tip. Shack will provide personal space for you to sleep, along with a private chest. So there we go. Alright. Nice little self-explanatory tip. Let's go ahead and sleep. Go till morning. Go talk to the elder. Day 2. 5 days till winter, y'all. Can't be mucking about. Alright. Oh, fine body weather here in the lowlands. So, proper morning shower. Do a bit of a jog up the hill. Oh, I can't. I'm out of stamina because I'm hungry. Alright, let's eat a berry. Let's go ahead and eat an onion. Eat a turnip. We don't want to just spoil on us. And we're going to be doing some running back and forth, so stamina. And I have noticed that as you eat food, it will build up your base health bar. So, good to eat. Good to eat. Alright. I imagine eventually that will max out and we'll get to the point where we've got our bar maxed. But until that happens, a nice little road up into. It's a very good fence there. Do a bit of a stroll. Oh. Nice fall shower. Rain's only coming slightly sideways. It's not bad. See a proper lowland rain. Wouldn't want to be out and about on a day with proper lowland rain. And you can see the rest of the villagers. They're all about.
We don't want any trouble.
Let's see, I believe the elders, yeah, right over here. Alright, and then we've got a bulletin board. We'll look at that after we talk to Elder Dobron. Okay. Give me a chance to earn your trust. If I fail, I'll leave you alone. I still have things I need to do here. Nothing has changed since yesterday. Well, let's ask him to give us a chance.
I'll tell you what, we actually have one problem we can try to resolve. If you're willing, of course.
Let's give it a shot.
It gets cold around here, especially close to the mountains. If we want to keep ourselves warm, we need fur for it, rabbit or wolf pelts but you see our hunter. Well, we got into a little discussion about how things should work in the village regarding payment.
And I'm guessing you couldn't agree on that little issue or get to the point. Like I said, right now we're trying to build up some goodwill, so we're not going to be too abrupt with anybody.
He doesn't want to work with us anymore, but Herndon mostly depends on him to provide. I want you to convince him to deliver traps. If you can bring us rabbit fur too, that would be very much appreciated. But we can't expect you to do that every day. We want to be self-sufficient with our fur trapping.
I can
The
respect
priority
that.
is the traps, and the rabbit fur would be a bonus. Take
Alright.
care of that, and then I will consider your request.
Consider. You can see that this is not going to be a one and done situation here in Herndon. Elder's got him somebody new to the area that he's going to be able to make sure that I'm really going to be a asset to the village, I'm sure. So I'll see what I can do. Where can I find the hunter? Why do I get the feeling that there's still plenty of tests to come? Because, you know.
Go speak with Emily. She's a bit of a troublemaker, but her heart's in the right place, or so I have to tell myself. She has a good relationship with everyone in the village and knows nearly everything that goes on around here. If anyone can point you in the right direction, it's her.
Then that's what I'll do. She definitely sounds like somebody I want to know in the village. Okay, so we've got Solstice. Solstice is coming up. Winter's around the corner. Denizens of the lowlands. The grand solstice doth draw nigh, and with it the esteemed Lord Ashbourne extends a heartfelt invitation to a celebration of momentous proportions. Distinguished guests from the farthest reaches of Carvenia shall grace our beloved lands, gathering under the watchful eyes of our noble lord. In anticipation of this auspicious occasion, the decree resonates from the very heart of Ashbourne. Oh boy, here we go. Let cleanliness be our guiding virtue. May thine homes gleam with pristine splendor. Villages sparkle like stars in the night, and thyself be cleaned with the utmost diligence. Pray keep thy animals at a distance, ensuring that festivities unfold without disruption, mind you. They won't have it. Be forewarned, for those who neglect these solemn instructions shall face dire consequences, we say. In his wisdom, Lord Ashford hath decreed that only those who uphold the sanctity of cleanliness shall partake in this joyous revelry. Those who dare to transgress shall bear the weight of punishment. Punishment! Serving as a solemn reminder that in Ashbourne, order and decorum reign supreme. As the grand solstice casts its radiant glow upon our lands, let Ashbourne stand as a beacon of grace and distinction in the eyes of all who gather from across the realm. May the festivities be blessed, and the spirit of unity prevail in our cherished home. Signed, Lieutenant Berthold Cog. Alright, Berthold. My guess is that Ashburn is what Lord Ashburn is calling the lowlands. Alright, well. And if we show up at that solstice, we better be cleanly. No unwashed masters at his solstice festivity, for one and all. Threat and heroism. This is signed the Council of the Great Lord Ashburn, Denzians of the Lowlands. With great pride and admiration, we declare that the once menacing specter of banditry has been vanquished from our lands. Did y'all see the map that I saw? I think so. Thanks to the resolute efforts of our noble Lord Ashburn, by the royal decree of Queen Ozane, Lord Ashburn took up the mantle of protector, leading our brave forces against the marauding bandits that once plagued our kingdom. Through strategic brilliance and unyielding courage, these outlaws have been scattered to the winds, and their threat extinguished like a flickering flame. Well, we can see that the council of the great Lord Ashburn is definitely in a bit of a propaganda pocket. Let's once again refresh everybody the map. All of these are bandit encampments. The crossed axes are tier 3 bandit encampments. This towers is a big bandit encampment. A mid bandit encampment. A big bandit encampment. This 4-star castle looking thing down here is the brigands' headquarters. Not even bandits anymore. Brigands. But maybe that's Ashburn's. Who knows? I don't know. But obviously, I find Lord Ashburn's convictions here and statement quite lacking, my friend. That is not good. Oh, here we've got one called Taxes for Good. To all taxpayers of the lowlands, Lord Ashburn. Another one from the council. Lord Ashburn, in his noble wisdom, calls for a modest increase in contributions to the community. Fear not, for these coins shall blossom into citadels, walls, and bridges, fortifying our realm against adversity. Rejoice as prosperity dawns under the benevolent gaze of the Lord of the Lowlands. Signed, the Council of Great Lord Ashburn. I mean, we saw the bell tower. Election in Bradford. Oh, let's go back to the election in Bradford. Let's see. Did we go over to the wolf one? We might have gone over to the wolf one. No. Oh, here's another one from our good friend Bertrold. Genjians of the Lowlands. Your Lord Ashburn, has decreed rewards for those who expose collaborators against our realm. Collaborators. Should you uncover treacherous plots, a bounty of riches, gold, silver, gems, and fertile lands await your loyal hands. Stay vigilant, for the Lord's favor graces those who protect our land from the shadowy threat of betrayal. As the sun of gratitude rises, it bathes most warmly those who, with steadfast loyalty, shield Ashburn from within. Signed, Lieutenant Bertrode Cug. Good old Bertrode Cug. Okay. Bradford elections is close. People of the Lowlands, it is with great import that we announce the upcoming election for the position of our esteemed elder in village Bradford. One of the candidates has this vital role is none other than our current elder, Patrick Stinn, who is known for his courage and wisdom, vying for your vote against his electoral opposition. Candidates, express your noble intentions at the village square, the heart of our community. Your voice will be heard when the time is right.
A farmer's respite, brief and sweet.
This pivotal decision will carve the destiny of our beloved Bradford. Speak this message across the lowlands. Let every villager know about it in unity. The Council of Great Lord Ashford, ruler of the lowlands. So basically, they're back in old Patrick's den, which means that it's probably no good. Alright, wolves. Why didn't it? Is it bugged out? Is the wolves journal bugged out? I did click on it. Let's see here. Village in need. What do we got over here? Settlement. Inventory. Building. Now you can see that we built our shack. We've got a chest, a campfire, a housing tent, another personal shack. I think those are for other players. A research desk and a simple wood bench. We'll need to get all of this done quick. Here's our base research tree, tech tree. You can see we need to build our campfire and our research desk. And then we've got housing tent, opens up the house. Village hall needs to be researched. Everything needs to be researched as well, which is kind of cool. We've got a logging camp. Once we build our workbench, these things will open up. Anything in red opens up automatically, and then blues need to be researched, I do believe. And then we've got over here, we've got our foraging camp, and that starts to open up our villager resource gathering options. So we've got our work cut out for us. Right now we've got an army of one. Village in need. So we need to go talk to Amelie. We've got our map here. That should be Amelie now. Boom. Don't see anything about wolves right off the bat. We'll take a look later. Let's go ahead and move on and go talk to Amelie. So she's over this way. We've got other bubbles. I believe those are people that have things that for sale. If it is a quest, I do believe that they will have a exclamation point over their head. This is Amelie.
Greetings, newcomer. Say, have we met before? Your face is awfully familiar.
You have to be Amelie. Elder told me you know where I can find Hunter Lubomir.
And what can I do for you?
Lubomir, do you know him?
Unfortunately,
Well, I need to find him.
he's in the forest, just up the hill, not far from the village.
Okay.
Perhaps bring a book so you have something to do while he rants at you.
Oh, he's a ranter, is he? Well, I appreciate it, I think. I mean, it's gonna get me in good with the village, so.
And who might you be?
Oscar Lancet is a bookseller. I'm a traveler from Westerfield. I was hoping to ask some questions. I don't think that's the right route to go yet. Let's see what he's selling. Maybe buy a little goodwill. Oh, he's got... Things are expensive here for now. I've only got 30 gold. We'll come back once we've earned some money. Will here is an innkeep. I bet we can crash in the village maybe. Yeah, so we've got options here. Let's ask him if there's anything he needs.
Unfortunately, I have no job for you.
Okay, alright.
Anything else?
We'll talk later, Will. Alright. So now, we look on our map. And sure enough, this is the hillside that is over by where Lubomir is right now. So, I think I'm gonna like this spot better than being over here where I was the first time. We're so close to this road. But let's get to it. Let's go get Lubomir and start gathering and crafting and doing all of the things.
Stop wandering around.
The elder doesn't like wandering around.
Keep going.
Oh, I intend to. Lordsman. Now we want to go down this way. Up that way, I believe, is where we will need to go to hunt our wolves. Once we get to that point, this goes down to the lower stretch here, which is where we want to go. And the wolves may be up that ridge, or there may be multiple. I know there's wolves over that way on that mountain. That's all we need to know right now. And to let off the sprint so our stamina can rejuvenate. What are we thinking? We're still in village territory. There we go, we got some stamina. Let's boogie on down, get to where we can start gathering some resources as we run. Still not there. Okay. We're running up the road towards Lubomir, and then we'll be able to just kind of hop down that hill face, I believe. Oh, there's deer up here. That is nice. Oh, and here's Lubomir right here. We've run up on him as well. Alright, Lubomir, let's have a chat, my friend. Or my hopeful soon-to-be friend.
What are you looking for? It's dangerous to wander around the woods alone. Haven't you heard about wolves or bandits lurking in this area?
I have.
You don't look like the hunting type. So what are you doing here?
That's a rather... Not sure what about me makes me not look like a hunting type, but let's see, we've got Elder Dobron sent me. He asked for traps if you have them. The people of Harendale need them. He's not a fan of Harendale, especially of the Elder. Wolves and bandits lurking in the area. Are the bandits riding on the wolves or something? It's being a bit snarky. Or nothing, I'm just passing by. So I've either got kind of a smart, alecky answer, or Elder Dobrin, which isn't going to make him happy either. I guess I'll just be straightforward and blunt with him.
Tell it to people in Harendale. Of course, now they need me. I'm not going to work with them.
I understand.
Dobron has no respect for my craft. He doesn't value everything I've contributed to that damn village. And until he does, they can fend for themselves.
I believe it. Let's see, we got, can you help me at least? I need to build trust with the Elder. Nobody in the village will even wants to talk to me. Once again, just being straight up with them. If you're worried about my well-being, which he hasn't really said too much about it, other than, am I down for being on with wolves and bandits? Then you should help me. I need traps and rabbit fur. So... Let's be honest about our motives here. Although I do need these things as well, and wouldn't mind his assistance.
You're asking for help, but you don't know a thing about me or what I went through.
Didn't really provide me other options.
I even could have been an elder if I wanted. But they degraded me because I refused to be a slave to Ashbourne's puppets.
Well, that's fine with me.
I still tried to contribute from a distance, providing them with fur, food, and creating traps for the sake of the village. But they wanted more.
Took
When I
advantage.
asked for better pay, the elder said no and actually warned me not to ask again. At one point, he said he'd speak to the brigands about my behavior.
Now, that... Unless, once again, the brigands actually are Lord Ashburn. But I think he's also talking about just like the bandits as well. I don't want to defend anyone, but it seems like Harendale isn't wealthy enough to pay you. That's might be true, but that's not acceptable. Everybody, should get paid for their work, either in coin or barter. That does sound rough. And then I could just say Amelie was right about you. You really love to talk. I think that, since it's not yellow, would end the conversation. We'll go with that. Does sound rough.
Yeah, well, the fine people of Herndine don't agree with you. That's why I want to leave that life behind.
Fair enough. I understand.
Let's make an arrangement. You need traps, and I can teach you how to make them so you can catch smaller animals.
Okay.
You look like someone who can get things done. I don't know why, but I feel like you have a lot going on inside your head.
Oh, if you only knew,
I'm willing to
Lubomir.
join you if you provide me with shelter and food. Together, we can make each other's lives easier in this land. So, can we cooperate?
Alright, sounds fantastic. And not just that, but look at Lubomir here. Lubomir Netterby, he's a prodigy. Skill experience gain of 30%. And he's a gourmand. He's good at cooking, +2. Hunger speed reduced by 30 for things that he cooks. Awesome. He's got some harvesting. He's got good experience as a hunter. I saw that little wonk, and I don't know exactly what it was. I don't know if that was indicating I was hungry or my onion had been done. But we definitely want him to join. Alright, and now we've got Lubomir as a companion. Your villagers can be assigned to one of 3 roles at any given time. A worker fulfills your crafting and production orders in your settlement. A companion travels with you and follows your commands. A guard patrols and defends your settlement from danger. You can command your companions by giving them contextual orders with E to attack, harvest, and even more, and more. Try it yourself. It is vital that you and your village stay well fed. Going hungry will cause your companions, workers, and guards to stop what they are doing in order to find food. The better the food, the longer that they can work. Okay. Makes total sense. So, let's hop on down the hill here. Yeah, we're gonna get down here. Boogie on down. I think we can just... Yep, there's... See, look how close we were. Bears are hot right there. We can come down this hillside. No problem. And first thing we need to do is we need to get Lubomir a house. I did not contemplate and think about building him one beforehand. So we need a housing tent immediately. Let's see, how do we rotate with the mouse wheel? Okay. So this is my shack. Let's see how, okay. Let's put Lubomir's right here. Okay, let's put Lubomir, let's switch Lubomir over to a worker. If he'll stay close enough here, there we go. Now I think he will start going about gathering materials to put into the supply to start building. Looking good. Alright, I think I am going to take a quick break here. I'm about ready to smoke part of a cigarette, so we'll take a moment here. We'll get back to work and get his house built up. Then we'll snooze, go through the night, and bring up the next day and build up the things that we need to get our village working properly. Alright, see you in a moment. We're gonna save. Gunther of Bramblewood. Here we go. Empty slot. We'll call it Gunther Stream. Right. It doesn't look like going in this mode protects anybody, so if bandits do come along, we could perish. We're going to take that risk. Alright, I'll be back in a moment, y'all. from the scene, from the looks of it, looks like everything is okay. Excuse me. Alright, let's see what we need over here. We need to add 6 flax and 9 wood. The next thing we're going to do is get as soon as we've got him a house, we're going to build that workbench so that way we can get tools going. Unless, I don't think they will open, yeah, I have to build a workbench first. That's for sure. Well, that's my call to arms. I don't need to do that. 2, 3, 4, 6, okay. Picked up a sage. So let's add what we've got. We need more wood. Check underneath our tree over here. I bet there's some sticks to pick up. Here we go. Boom. Berries. We'll grab the berries. Eat a berry. Oh, it's about done, so we'll eat that one. And definitely want to get these traps built so we can start getting some rabbits. It'll be a while, I think, before we start hunting. I need one more stick, I think. How many do I got on me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I need more than one more stick. Yep, see, it won't let me build that yet. I can build a club, which we will do that. So we've got a weapon. We won't let me build another one. We're not going to build a torch right now. We need to get Uber near a house. Stone. Come on. Stone. Maybe over here. Okay, here's some sapling we can harvest. Poor Lumineer's he's probably sleeping just out in the open, which I guess is kind of what he was doing before we met. Didn't see no shack up there at his place. Did have a campfire though. Berry bushes, hemp, stump. Okay, I think I've got enough sticks now. I was just gonna grab any on the way that I saw. We'll just pick up whatever. We'll need all this stuff too. Okay, let's get over here. Okay, so everything's in there. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. And now, just run around. I like the building. It's a fun little kind of, it's a little mini game-ish maybe, but I enjoy the visceral, like, actually it going together. I don't know. is cool. Alright, now let's manage, make sure that he is assigned. Alright, Lubomir's, he's got his house now. And he's got a little storage thing out here that we will at least drop a couple berries in. I think he'll go get food on his own, but it never hurts to... let's go ahead and throw 2 in there for him. He's probably... oh, nice. And so it adds more slots as you fill those up until, I guess, the thing itself is full. Okay, now, next, the storage basket. Okay, so that, I believe it tells us that it will accommodate 2 people. So for every 2 villagers, we need 1 housing tent. And then we'll be able to upgrade the houses as well, which those, I imagine, can hold more people and will be better. People will be happier. Upgrade from tent and shack to house. Definitely a good thing. Hemp, log, sage. Okay, we will continue on. Okay, build. Next, we want the workbench. Very importantly, be able to build the rest of the tools we want to build. I'm going to set this right here in between mine and Lubomir's tent. Can't get bigger things up here, so we might as well. Okay, stone. Need 2 flax, and what else was it? Let me look at it over here. Okay. 1 more flax and 4 more wood. Okay. No, we can't go too far that way before we start getting to the village. But let's get the flax that we can from this way. And then there will be some sticks and wood up here that we can gather as well. Sticks. Inventory is full. Okay, there's probably more flax up this way, but inventory is full, so... but I'm not really seeing too much, and we're probably at the edge where the village will start being in the village's territory. Now we should be able to finish this. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so now we've got our simple workbench. Will be critical for the use of the village. So we've got our simple axe. I'm gonna build. And let's make sure we've got one queued. About torches right now. Maybe on a dark night, or if I get somewhere. Right now I don't want to use the resources for the torch. I want to keep working on... oh, let's do the campfire first. Okay. Campfire. Okay, so there's our first 10. I'm gonna do a little circle of huts in this area. So pop this down. There's a little supply section. Walk away, come back, and does it not show us well? Okay, let's look at the build. So, altogether 5 wood and 2 stone. So I think we just need the wood. You know what? Let's go ahead and go sleep, and we'll do this in the light of day. Day 3. 4 days till winter. Alright, well, what do we got in the stash? Okay, just 10 and some seeds. That can stay there. In fact, let's go ahead and put the rest of these seeds in there. Sage is for cooking. For now, we'll put it in here. Then move them here. Inventory. I've got an axe for you. Oh, you've got an axe. Well, let's give you this extra one for when that runs out. Okay, there we go. Alright, now let's no. Oh, I gave him both axes. Okay, well. Or did I only have, yeah, I only had the materials for one axe last night. Okay, so I am back to gathering some more wood and flax and all of the things that we need to get our little community up and running. Finish getting these sticks so I can start chopping some trees. Definitely need to get on getting the necessities done. We need a research desk so that way we can research traps. Get that knocked out. So as you can see, Lubomir has been busy. He's been working on it. Okay. Campfire, small primitive source for heat and for cooking basic food. Requires wood to maintain the fire. Alright. Now, next up, research depth. Well, let's do at least one chest, so that way Lubomir will have a place to store some things. And then we're gonna put our research station on the other side of the fire, because I imagine other villagers and stuff will also come and research stuff for us. So let's see, what do we need here? 5 flax, 10 wood, and 2 logs. Okay. Do I have enough to make me an axe now? No, but I made a club. Okay. Awesome. 3 more wood and a stone. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go this way. Boom, boom, boom. The stone. There's some stone. There's another stone. Sticks. Berries. Stone. Berries. trying not to take all the berries at the same time because I can't eat that many right now before they all will go bad. So, and then hopefully we'll be getting better food very soon. As soon as we get this campfire done, tools built, an axe for chopping. Close to the road here. Oh, come on. Just a few more sticks. These sticks back here. Here we go. Here's some sticks. Deadwood gave me 2, that was nice. Okay, I think that's enough to at least build my axe, and then we can start chopping some trees for easier sticks and wood. Deal. And then we're gonna queue another axe and club and a torch. Okay. Now move in here. Let me give you a club. Go. All right. Young trees give you wood, and then if you chop a big tree, this is how you get logs. Need a shovel or some sort of digging tool before I can go for the stumps. Chopped into a couple of logs. Let's add. Okay. Did you get it finished? What do we need? 1 log and 3 more wood. Now I got a log over here. Boom. That's another log. Alright, we can finish the research station. Research desk. Okay. All done. One worker at a time can work on researching things. We want to start off with that small trap. And we also are going to put the structure priority at a 7. Everything defaults at 5, so this means that if there's research to be done, we have a villager that can do it. They should hop over and do research. And we can go over and do a little bit of management on Lubomir as well. Look at his attributes, and then morale. Maybe it's the overview. Yes, here we go. Okay. So we want him to prioritize researching and cooking above the other tasks that he will do. Managing your settlements, the more powerful your settlement becomes, the more likely it is to attract raiding parties. You want to invest in guards and better gear to fight them back. Build outposts, don't limit yourself to just one settlement. You may need resources that are found in other corners of the region. So you can build smaller outlets. You can find all of the useful information in the town overview section by hitting tab. Alright, let's continue on our way. Let's look and see, what do we need? We need 5 wood and 2 flax for him to start researching. So we've got the 5 wood in there. That will change depending on what you're researching. Let's put away the axe. I don't know. I feel like I run a little bit faster if I'm not holding a weapon in my hand. The game seems pretty intuitive on looking in the places where you think you would find those things. If your weapons are not in your hands, yes, you do seem to move a little faster. What's it saying? Oh, so just completed the chest. Nice, nice, nice. Which that will not be our only chest. We will need many, I'm sure. And I think we'll get bigger ones, better storage, things like that. Okay. Grabbed about as much flax as I could, as now that I can chop wood, it is a little bit easier. Okay, can't lose this way. Oh, here comes another shower. And we're going to put a little bit of hemp in there. It may be used for, and we'll drop these 2 stones as well. We got a little bit of different things in there. The next thing that I think is up for searching, oh goodness, let's see. The shields would be good. A foraging camp would be good. That's very important. 5 berries, 5 stone, and 5 mushrooms. Okay, let's get that in lined up for next. Because he's still working on a small trap, right? Yes. Yes. Wait, has he taken... Oh no, he took those other resources out because we were on... Okay, so we can't look at it, evidently, and put extra things in there until the research is complete. Okay. Good to know. So I think you just brought over the things that were for the next construction plan. And unfortunately, the research has to be done by members of your community. From what I can tell, I don't think you personally can do the research. You have to have one of your villagers do so. You're gonna lay out another house for our next 2 people. Even though we're good for 1 more person in his. Okay. Excellent. Our small trap is done. So that doesn't lead to anything new. But we definitely want... I think our foraging camp is the next priority. That way we can get another villager that will start harvesting resources. So let's cue that in the research desk. So let's work on this next. berries, stones, and mushrooms. Okay, there's a berry. I know there's mushrooms over across the road, so I'm gonna run that way, and we'll gather stones and berries along the way. So I could use one to eat myself. My stamina is running so low because I don't have any food on me or in me. Welcome to everybody in chat. I hope y'all are enjoying yourselves. Playing a little Bellwright here. Feel free to lurk. Feel free to chat. Here we go. Here's mushrooms. So let's grab this. And berries. Let's grab these berries too. I could use one. So we'll grab what we need for the research. Okay. And now let's eat one. So we get that little boost going. And then we're going to grab as many mushrooms as we can, because those that we don't use for the research, we can roast and have a second food source started for me and Lobamir. Give us a little bit better stamina. We'll increase our hit point pool by eating new food. Oh, and we're full. Okay, time to run back. Research. And 5 stones. Blueberries probably grabbed the ones that were right there by the outcropping, is my guess. I'm worried I'm getting too close to the village. Yeah, too close to the village. Boop, boop, boop. Can't be invading on their foraging territory. There's a stone. Grab that. I'll need all this stuff, but I'm specifically looking for stone right now, so let's make that priority number 1. Oh, it's a deer. Okay. Freaked me out. I saw some movement. Oh, a wolf was coming at me. Maybe down over here. We got some stones. Yeah, here we go. Looks like some tin as well. Don't know how easy and common that is to find, so I'll go ahead and grab those too. I'm sure we'll come across deposits that once we get a pick, we'll be able to. Okay, full up again on inventory. go. He had grabbed a couple, so I didn't need all 5. Excuse me. Let's see, what do we got over here in this chest? A couple berries that he's put in there, some seeds, some flax, and hemp. Okay. So let me chop down so I can get some wood for the fire. Probably be better for him to cook them. Yeah. But let's see. Okay, tree cutting. There we go. Timber. Right, foraging camp is done. Oh, inventory is full. We will adjust this. So now we get a smoking rack for the campfire research, mining camp research, mud collector and shovel, and the weaver's loom, which is really good. But before we go down that rabbit hole, let's look at our basic as well. And let's do it from the desk, so that way we can see how much time these different things take. Standing torches for just light. Let's get that going. It's a quick one too. Okay, what do we need? Boom. There you go, buddy. Knock it out. No wood's in there because they're not cooking yet, so get on there right, and that way, there you go. Now I'm just chop it. The combat is directional, so like swing up, swing down, blocks directional as well. A little interesting. Not always the kinds of games, so it's kind of like a Mountain Blade. Which will take a little practice, but I think we'll do okay, and we'll get better, I'm sure. What do we need for the plank shield? We need 5 logs and 3 ropes. Okay, so we need the weaver's loom before we can make the shields. What do we need for the weaver's loom? River reed. I gotta go get river reed, which is down that way, and it's a little bit more dangerous, but I think that's worth the effort. Let's go ahead and set that as the research. Oh, they are. So he's added, right? Or no, because I can't take them off there yet. So we need to add some more. All right, now we're cooking. And I do believe if I put the rest of these into the storage, he will start cooking them up. until we get a farm going, I'm gonna keep these seeds in here because they're just taking up space until we get that going. And we'll go ahead and move the 10 over. So that way if it's a research thing or something that's available, they'll be able to grab it. Oh no, have I burnt them? Oh no, they're just about done. Now if he takes them off, I wonder, let's look, okay. So I've got these 3. Oh, well he'll probably just eat that one. But, let's look at my, okay, so these roasted mushrooms. Health regen 25, stamina 12. By the way, let's go ahead and eat one of those and we'll eat a berry. We're trying to get our health bar up. Once he is done with that, I wonder, I think those should have a higher value because he's got that 30% gourmand thing going on. And we're also ready to lay out our foraging camp site, which I think kind of back here, because there's a lot of stuff that way and over there, and that way's Herondale, and we're going to just be wasting building it more on that side. I may put the logging camp on that side because there's plenty of wood to chop. Okay, now let's take that, or well, it's not done yet. Oh, it is done. Okay, let's look at that one. Doesn't show me anything obviously different, but it also may need him to take them off. I don't know, but I don't want them to burn, so we're gonna go and grab them off. I don't know what he's up to, if he's gone to bed. Need to set the schedules. Make sure that he has a couple in here. Okay, we'll throw 2 in there, and then we'll throw a couple in the general storage, and I'll keep a couple on me. Cooked food does get stacked in general storage. Good to know. Alright, how are we doing with that research? 8 more flax, and okay. Let's go ahead and, you know, we're right at that 2-hour mark. I think I am going to go ahead and call it here for now. And wrap this up. Whenever we return, we will go, we'll sleep, we'll go on that expedition for the river reed and keep building up. We need to get those traps made so that way we can get some furs collected and delivered to the elder with some traps. And then once we've done that, I think then the beginning people will start being willing to come and work for our settlement. So we'll be able to recruit a couple more villagers. So we'll be able to have someone that is harvesting, that is logging, and doing these things. So Lobomir is not out here being a one-man show with just me trying to get it all going. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned, there will be more to come. I may end up throwing up another Baldur's Gate, or maybe another Ellen Tavern, or may hop back up on to Bellwright here later this evening. Definitely ready to take a little break and get some food and prepare. More content headed your way soon. Have a great day, and if you can, try and make somebody else's day better as well. Be good to each other, everybody. See you next time.